Okay, welcome back in here. Right now I'm looking at strong password, a Python exercise from Codewars. Here we are. Yes. So, your user's passwords were all stolen in the Yahoo hack, whatever that is. And it turns out they have been lax in creating secure passwords. Create a function that checks their new password, passed in as a string, to make sure it meets the following requirements. This is going to be a password strength checker. Between 8 and 20 characters, contains only the following characters, and at least one character from each category. Uppercase letters, lowercase letters, digits, special characters from this set of special characters. You're going to return valid, or I'm going to return valid if it passed, or not valid otherwise. So this is not a boolean, true or false. This is going to be a string, valid or not valid. So I'm going to get a string and I'm going to check it for all these criteria. Yeah. So, pretty plain and simple. So let's take this and go into the interface. Make it big. And just for the hay of it, I will do a comment so you can see what the requirements are as I do them, in case you forget. All right. Yeah, this is a classic kind of exercise where you do a password strength checker. Good exercise in conditionals and a little bit of Boolean logic here and there. Yeah, so between 8 and 20 characters, I'm just going to make that the initial barrier to entry. I'm just going to say if the length, S is the incoming string, greater than or equal to, the length is greater than or equal to 8, and the length is less than or equal to 20, then it's good. It's initially good. And then I'm just doing an else. I'm going to do an else that will be not valid, because, of course, if it's not within that range of length, it's not valid. So right off the bat, there you go. And what I'm going to do is have all the other tests inside of the initial if, under that umbrella. So how I'm going to organize these is, of course, you have these criteria. It's got to have one uppercase letter, at least one lowercase, one digit. So you have to check for all of these. And really, you kind of are going to need to go character by character to see, like, is this an uppercase letter, a lowercase letter, or a digit? My idea with this is to actually use list comprehension to go through, check character by character to see, really for each of these criteria, to see if it matches. And I use list comprehension. What I'm going to do is take the outcomes of the checks, put them into a list, and then I'm going to use the Python any function to check the trues and falses. Because I'm going to, for instance, I'm going to go through for uppercase, see if how many are uppercase, record true and false, and if none of the checks return true, then I know this is not a valid password, because it's going to need to be true for at least one check. And I'm going to use the any function to check for the occurrences of the trues. Here is how it is going to look. I'm going to use is upper. Okay, this is the model that I'm going to use for my checks, and how it goes is internally inside the any function, I am using list comprehension to loop through the string character by character. And for each character, I'm going to check if it is uppercase for each character. And this list is going to produce a list of trues and falses, a list of boolean values. Trues if it's upper, false if it's not upper. I'm using the any function to check and see if there are any trues in this list as a result. And then the not modifier says, or the not operator says that if there are no trues in here, I'm going to return not valid because there are no passes of the test. So there you go. And I'm using this model for all of my checks. So I'm going to replicate this and then change it slightly for each. Gonna do one for is lower and is numeric. I know that there's is digit out there as well. And then this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be to check if it's if it is one of the special characters, I think. Or no. Yeah, I got it. I know what I'm doing. Gotta copy this. The logic's all a cross step. Yes, no, what? All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm checking to see if each character, if it is not in here, it doesn't qualify, because one of the rules says if it's not upper, lower, numeric, and not in this set of characters, then it's not valid. So what I'm doing is checking for any character that's not in here, and then it's almost like a double negative. If it's not in here, it's going to be a true, and then if there are no trues, then return non-valid, I think, and not valid. I'm actually crossed up on it right now as I think about it, but at least you see the code, you can work it out yourself, and yeah, the code works. So I'm kind of screwing myself up here. So with all these tests, if it doesn't return non-valid or not valid for these, then you're going to return valid. And wait, where's my else? So it's all the way down there. Oh. Come on. I gotta put all this together. Clear the spaces. All right, over there. Good. Now let's take this and run it and see what we've got. And actually, yeah, my logic here is wrong. I forgot. I'm kind of remembering it now. That should be if any. Yeah. Here. Yeah. So I'm remembering how I got crossed myself up with this one. It's like, so yeah, I'm checking for the character not being in this string. And of course, if it's not in there, it's going to be a true in the list. And the any will check if any of the values are true, then it's a not valid, because true means that I found a character that is not in this set of characters. And characters not in this set of characters are not allowed. And actually, wait a minute. I've screwed myself up again, because I need it's not only not that set of characters, it's also I need to check for the character not belonging to the set of letters and digits. Yeah, this if here, now it's all coming back to me. This if is supposed to be really to find the characters that don't match any of the criteria, not letters and not numbers, and not in this set of characters. So what I need to check for is not being alphanumeric. Is al known? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know I took you on a journey there, but what this is if I loop through and if the character is not in this set of special characters, and if the character is not alphanumeric, meaning it's not a letter or a number, it is an invalid character. And it would place a true in the list. And then looking at the any, if any in the list are true, I would have an invalid character, thus I would return not valid. There is your explanation. Yeah. It's a process, folks, always. But I think this process is done. Let's take it in here and run it. Or test it, actually. Not really running it, I'm testing it against stuff. And I failed 4. Let's see what we got here. Let me check. I'll just check the code. What is the failure? Numeric lower upper. Oh, I think I am missing one check. Yeah. Yeah, in my explanation of that other thing, I forgot one check, and I'll just paste it in here. I need to check if looking at line 20, I need at least one character that fits into the set of special characters. So I need to do check for that. So there is that one. If I've got at least one special character in this set, or if I don't actually, then it's not valid. All right. All right, that's it. All checks complete. Everything passes. Got to do a little remembering there, but hey, it is a process, folks. It is a humbling process. Nobody's got it nailed down 100%. And you see the process daily with me. Absolutely. All right. So here's all your checks, and try it out for yourself. See how much you can condense it. See if you can come up with some better logic. But that's it for me, folks. And with that, dudes and dudettes, I am out.